Hi there, it's me again. It's been a while. I haven't really been needing to make any videos, so I haven't. There have been lots of changes. Please excuse my hair because it's doing its own thing right now. I don't even know what. Yeah, no, there have been lots of changes, and I guess I'm just trying to document that. So I graduated the college 2 Sundays ago, and I also haven't been working this whole time. I quit Starbucks. I put in my 6 weeks notice. Well, I had lots of discussions with my manager, and then it was 6 weeks notice, and he was like, tell me again in 3 weeks. I said, okay, so I did. And then my last day was while I was in Florida for the Florida trip, which was interesting. And yeah, I just haven't been back to work since then. I just haven't found the right job yet, I guess. It's weird because, well, obviously I was in Florida for a week, and then in July I'm gonna be out for 10 days, and then I start school in August, which completely changes my whole schedule, so it's been weird. I don't want to seem flaky starting like a new job, just asking for all these days off and then changing my schedule. I know lots of like part-time places are understanding, but it's just, I don't know, it's been nice not working. It also means I'm not spending any money, so that's interesting because I'm also not leaving the house much, and I found out during quarantine that whenever I'm at the house multiple days ago in a row, I suddenly lose all sense of self, sense of time, and apparently I have a hidden shopping addiction, like online shopping addiction, so it's been interesting. But in the meantime, like, I guess the first week of being out, not doing school, not having work, I haven't had that in years. Like, even before I could drive, I still was doing so many things all throughout the day. I did a lot of theater still. I had like boyfriends that I would hang out with 24/7, that kind of thing. And definitely not the situation now. So it's been weird. It's been really weird. The first week was really difficult, I think, just because I was recovering from, first of all, being in a house with 40 people for 7 days. That was it was fun, but very tiring, and I just had a lot of exposure to a lot of people for a very extended amount of time with no break, and that was very difficult. So I was reclused for about a week, only leaving the house I think twice, and it was very difficult because I was also just not feeling well physically. We all got sinus issues while we were in Florida, and I already get monthly sinus infections, so it was just not a good mix. That first week, it was rough, and then second week was a lot better. It's June now. I've lost all sense of time. It's the second, today was the first or second Sunday, my lights are falling, of June. Today's June 6th. I don't know, it's not yesterday, it was, today's Monday. Today's June 7th. I don't remember how many Sundays it's been, but maybe I graduated 3 Sundays ago. 2 or 3 ago. Yeah, it's been interesting. But I've been learning a lot about myself, so that's great. I think it's good because the training wheels are off, but also I'm in completely different circumstances that I've never been in before, such as not pushing myself to my absolute physical limits and then some, and having to like stay and rest and just be with myself, because turns out I have a problem with being alone and being myself, or being with myself, and that's an issue. God's been working on my heart when it comes to intimacy for the last couple months, and it's rerouted a lot of things that I thought I had healed from, but I mean, God heals in layers. So now I'm just working on being by myself, and yeah, the first week was definitely rough. It was really rough. And then yeah, second week, I don't remember, this week is the second or third week. Today's Monday, so I mean, it's third week. I thought I heard thumbs out the window. It's been storming all day. But, yeah, I think my biggest issue was I'm a chronic overthinker, and I always look inward and try to dissect everything in me. I try to I overanalyze everything about myself, and although there is a time and place for that, when you're thrown into a whole new season, not only just like it's a transition season, but also a whole new set of circumstances, things that it's just been all different. So I was definitely looking too much looking too inwardly, and yeah, definitely overthinking, overanalyzing myself, all that jazz. Don't do it, it's not fun. But I am starting to I don't know, I'm looking more towards, I'm trying to stop looking at myself when it comes to trying to figure out and solve issues. Obviously, we all hear this, stop looking at yourself and start looking at God. I find that very difficult sometimes because I naturally want to just look at myself and try to figure out how I'm causing the problem or how I'm preventing the issue from being solved, when really it's just regardless, it's not going to get solved until you turn towards God. So it's been plenty of that. I'm without training wheels, so it's it's nice. There's a whole new confidence, I think, in it. A lot of things I have very rapidly relearned and reapplied through the last couple weeks, which has been really cool. And I'm just getting to know myself more, I think, outside of the context of leadership, outside of the context of what it means, of how I disciple and ministry and all that, just at myself or as a person and at my position. So it's been good, it's been good. Definitely still learning, definitely still processing and trying to appreciate things. Although I did talk with my aunt, and I am about to start going to a therapist, so that'll be really nice. Just because I keep hitting walls that I'm having a hard time letting down, and I just need some help with it, and that's what they're there for. So I'm gonna start doing that soon. I'm waiting for my background check to pass with Uber Eats, just because although it's nice, although it is, yeah, it's just nice not having a job right now, which I never thought I'd say, because it stresses me out whenever I don't have a flow of income. It's very stressful. One week of my life have I ever not had a job since I was able to drive, because my mom wouldn't let me get a job without being able to drive myself. And I got my license when I turned 17, and then on my 17th birthday I had a job interview, and then started later on that week. So there was one brief period in October of 2019 that I did not have a job, and it was very stressful. Very, very stressful, because I was just working 2 jobs, and then I started working 2 jobs again directly after that. But for 1 week, it was very stressful. Not that I was in lack of money, it was just the thought of not having an income. So I'm going on week 2 or 3 with no income. Yeah. But then it's I don't even have anything to purchase. I have rent, of course. The normal stuff like haircuts, oil changes, things like that. But I don't need an actual job for that. And then there are just some things I want to get, the journal making materials and things, since I've been recycling paper and have nothing to do with it. Just things like that. So I'm trying to become an Uber Eats driver, but apparently it takes 5 to 6 business days for them to start my background check, which I think is ridiculous. I submitted that last Thursday or Friday, so hopefully I'll be hearing back. And then what's really been wild, so I don't know if I've posted it in a video on here before or not, but I've been having dreams. Yeah, I mean, I always dream. I dream crazy dreams all the time, every night, numerous dreams a night, and most of them you would like, if someone were able to watch them, they would think, is this an acid trip? And I'd say, I don't know, because I've never taken acid nor tripped on it, but I believe it looks like it. It looks like, I don't even know what, like, it's, all my dreams are wild and crazy and ridiculous, and I have them numerous times a night. And I remember them, like, for the most part I remember them, but these particular dreams I've been having since January. So in January, this year is 2021, and it's already June. My Siri just went off. I don't know why. Stop. Okay. Oh, I'm fiddling with my thing. That's probably why. So in January, around time of church conference, actually it was the week of church conference, I had 3 dreams and someone prophesied over me, over my children, which is weird because I'm pretty sure it's that same week. I know for a fact it was the same month, but that same week, I was just surrendering to God my idea of family and like the future and everything, just because I was on this huge, you can't even call it a season. It was like this huge tangent for months of like, I'm never gonna get married. I'm never gonna let a man in my life like that. Like, no man is ever gonna get in the way of my relationship with God. Like, that is on its own. That is like, no one can get in the way of it. Any man even dares try, I'm gonna, you know, like, I was super aggressive, like, for no reason. There was no reason for me to be that extra about it. And like, I know, like, you know, like, the right marriage and the right husband is supposed to further your relationship with God. Back then I would hear nothing of it, so I was very like aggressive with it, which is funny given my history, but yeah, so then I was like, okay, you know what, this is getting out of hand, let me just pray on it. And so then I did, and I believe it was a Wednesday night. I had a dream that, well, I was having like nightmares for some reason, which I don't get many of those anymore. If I do, there's a very specific reason for it. Like, I eat sugar before bed or something. And again, like, that doesn't even happen that often, so it's really random. So I was having nightmares, but in the middle of the nightmares, I had a dream. I was in my bedroom, and the skies open up, and there's, like, thunder and lightning and all this stuff. And one of the college students in my Wolfpack class, she came up to me, and she had these stone tablets from God, and they were supposed to be like the 10 commandments, except instead they were 10 prophecies. She came up to me, she was like, Sierra, I'm gonna have boys, and she alluded to the fact that they would be twins, and she said, and you're gonna have a child. And then I just remember waking up after more things happened in the dream, but I don't remember that. I was like, okay, weird. And then the next night I had another dream, I believe, that I was pregnant with twins. And then another night after that, I can't remember if I dreamt if I was gonna, like, I was pregnant with twins, or if I just dreamt that I was pregnant and it was alluded that it was boys, or like it was alluded that it was a girl. I don't remember the details, I have it written down somewhere. And then that weekend of church conference, one of my friends who like didn't know that I had started surrendering it to God, she just started prophesying over me. She prophesied that my sons would be known in the business world and in the mission field. It's like, okay, that's a lot all at once. And then, yeah, no, all those dreams were, well, the first dream was obviously about me having a child, and then one was me being pregnant, with twins, and then being pregnant again with, I believe, twins, and then my friend prophesying that my sons, plural, would be known in, you know, the different areas. And then over the last few months, now that was back in January, I didn't dream much of it since then, but I have had a couple dreams since then, and it's becoming more like, it's been increasing recently. Like, it's been, I don't know, I'm having more of them now. So I just randomly would dream out of nowhere that I'd be pregnant. Like, just over the last few months, I just started dreaming like I was pregnant with no explanation. And then, and I was always pregnant with twins, which is the thing, or a boy. And it was just really weird. And then a couple of weeks ago, I forgot the exact date, I have it written down though, and I texted my friends the morning after I dreamt it, but I dreamt that I was handed twins, and I don't know where they came from. but they were just handed to me, and they were mine, and it was a boy and a girl, and one was named Margaret, and the other one was named Levi. And I remember in the dream, I was like, oh, I'm gonna change that name. I don't like that name, Margaret. Like, not for my kid. I was like, definitely not Margaret. We're changing it. We're changing it to something else. And then I just remember waking up, and like since then, like I've like thought about it, of course, and like, Margaret's not that bad. Margaret's not that bad of a name. I don't know why I was so against it in my dream. I was like, no way. And then the other night, it might have been last night, it might have been a couple nights ago, but I had another dream. Oh yeah, it was a couple nights ago. I had another dream that I was pregnant with twins, and it was early in my pregnancy, and then it was far along into my pregnancy, and it was right after I had given birth, and then it was when they were toddlers, and all this happened like super like rapid fire. But thing is, like, in none of my dreams have I actually seen the children, like in none of them. So I don't know what's going on. So in conclusion, I will have a singular child, apparently. And again, like, these might not even be my kids. Like, the twins genuinely might not even be mine. They might just be kids that, or people that God's wanting me to pray over. Like, I mean, because he told me after the one with Levi and Margaret, and then also the other night, the one that I had, he's been telling me to pray for them, so I have been, I've been praying for them. But it genuinely, like, they might just not be my kids. Like, it might be portrayed as that in my dreams, but they might just be people, in the future, people who've already been born, or, like, who knows? They might not even be my kids. But, I've been dreaming about them and praying over them, which is funny because ever since I started praying for them by name, because I forgot that dream about them having names. I mean, I remembered that I dreamt that they had names, I just forgot the names. And so I started praying for them by name, and that was like really weird because the name Margaret has really grown on me. And then Levi, like, I was kind of opposed to the name Levi also, just because I thought it was a bit basic, but and like other reasons too. But like now it's like, I don't know, I think about them through the day. Like, I'll just be driving or something, or like all day today I've been in Genesis. I'm in consecration right now. And I was just reading from Genesis 1 to Genesis 50, but like I just kept thinking about like Margaret and Levi. Well, I thought a lot about Margaret the other day, but I just kept thinking about Levi. Like, I don't even know his face, I don't know him, but it's like, it just feels like my heart already belongs to him. And I don't know. And the same thing for Margaret too. Like, anytime I think about them, the weirdest feeling overcomes me, and I feel like, I don't know. All I know is, like, my heart is theirs. I don't know who they are, whether they're my kids or not. Like, they have my heart. I don't know why, but I get like sad almost whenever I think about Levi. I don't know why. I just get like weighed down. Like almost a longing for him to be here, which is weird because, again, like all I know is his name. So I don't know, but I've been praying for them, interceding for them. I mean, they're the Lord's, they're already, like, clearly, like, they're appointed for something. I don't know who they are. I don't know whose they are, but clearly they're the Lord's. Very, very clearly. So, yeah. I don't know. They're going to be great people, whoever they are. They're going to be Lord's anointed. They're going to be set apart. They're going to be prophets. I mean, all these things, like, and I'm not just saying that to say that, like, they are 100% going to be prophets. Like, kind of like, what keeps coming to mind are the two messengers in Revelation. Now, I don't know if we're in the end times, but I don't know how far along into the end times we were. I used to think that, like, it was going to happen any day, or, like, it's going to happen, like, in my kid's lifetime. But I've been thinking about it lately. I'm not sure. Like, I don't think so. as much as I would love for it to be soon, I think that there's a lot more to come. Like, it's only been a couple millennia since he ascended. I feel like we're gonna have even more, like 6 or so, at least. I don't know, but maybe that's nothing. Maybe that's nothing. Just when you think about it, like 2,000 years, 2,000-ish so years, give or take, of people not going to heaven. Like, the best they get is Abraham's bosom in hell still. Like, they're going to Abraham's bosom in hell when they die. And then we have Jesus so that we can go to heaven. And do you really, like, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense. Or I guess that must be like 4,000 years or so, like 4 millennia or so, of people going to Abraham's bosom at the best, because we didn't have Jesus and now we have Jesus. And like, it just doesn't, when you say it out loud, like when you put the numbers together, it doesn't make sense for only 2 millennia to pass before, you know, and then Jesus comes back for the second time. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I used to, like, wholeheartedly, like, even a few months ago, if you asked me when he was coming, I was like, oh yeah, my kids are gonna be there. Like, whether I'm here or not, like, my kids are gonna see, you know, the ascension of, or the descent, oh my gosh, the second coming of Jesus. Like, it's gonna be in my kids' lifetime. I used to wholeheartedly believe that, but now it's like, I don't know, when you say the numbers out loud, it's like, it might not be for another few thousand more years, which I'm cool with, because regardless, like, I'll still see it, because the dead will rise and go to heaven, you know, before the living Christians do. The dead Christians will go first, so I'll still be part of that ascension. I don't care. I don't really care when. I'm just happy I get to be part of it somehow, some way. But yeah, today I was just in Genesis, and I kept zoning out a lot, so it took me 8 hours to read through, even more than 8 hours. It was like 11 or 12, I think 11 hours to get through Genesis, which is not great, but I kept zoning out and breaking to get coffee and stuff like that. And yeah, that's been my day. This has been the last couple weeks. I don't know if anyone's watching this, but thank you for watching me rant and ramble and talk about my potential future twins for the last 23 minutes. Yeah. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Oh yeah, I also found another scripture for the whole thing about speaking in tongues. It's Ephesians either 6 or 16. Yeah, well, there are only 6 chapters, so it has to be 6. Like 6:36 or 6:16. Yeah, Ephesians 6:18. Pray in the Spirit at all times and on every occasion. Stay alert and be persistent in your prayers for all believers everywhere. Let me read that again. Ephesians 6:18, New Living Translation. Pray in the Spirit at all times and on every occasion. Stay alert and be persistent in your prayers for all believers everywhere. So, yeah, there's that. Awesome. Well, that's all I have to say. Alright, until next time. Bye.